back to another episode of Crave TV. Today, we are out here in Ritzville, Washington, visiting the Herd's farm, and we're gonna see what they've got. Do you guys hear that? Adam?
Hey.
Is that you?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Just shopping.
For the best meat for your restaurants, of course.
Only the best and the freshest.
Wow. All right, well, let's see what they've got cooking up for us today.
Hi, I'm Adam Hegsted, chef and restaurateur in the Northwest. I'm all about the people because that's what hospitality is built on.
Hi, I'm Chandler Baird, local foodie and lifestyle influencer at Spokane Eats. I'm all about highlighting our local eateries and the communities that support them.
Crave TV is a telling of stories through visiting the places and restaurants, meeting the people who make it happen, and talking to the chefs who help create this amazing industry. This is Crave TV. We're here at the Herd with Miles and Peyton. We're here to see what you guys do here.
Yeah, we're in Ritzville. It's gorgeous out here. I would love to wake up to this view every day.
It's nice. You get to look in the valley and see everything that's broken and that you need to fix that day.
It is sort of, it's so peaceful though.
It is
like
peaceful.
so peaceful.
It is very. It's nice
Quiet.
to wake up with your cup of coffee and just kind of survey the land and see what's going on.
Yeah.
So, okay, tell us all about you guys.
Yeah, so, I mean, we're here on our home ranch. This is where we raise, a majority of our cattle. The Herd is a box beef company. It's direct-to-consumer marketing, so we're literally taking the cattle that are raised on our ranch, fed on our ranch, processed at our USDA processing facility, and taking it direct to consumer. If you talk about farm to table, ranch to table, this is as ranch to table as you can get. Yeah.
And it happens to be like in our backyard.
In
For
your
people that
backyard.
live in Spokane.
Right.
Yeah, well, and like raising
Yeah.
the cattle from very small all the way to finish, that is very rare, and I think that probably shows off the quality of the things you guys are doing.
Agreed.
You know, that takes an extra lot of steps
Right.
to be able to bring it all the way through that process.
Right. Most of our calves are born in February and March, which there's not a lot of grass in eastern Washington in February and March, but as March rolls into April, May, they're all out on these irrigated pastures, so green grass, and on the scab rock, what we call scab rock, the channeled scab lands everybody knows about. They're on that dry grass pretty much all the way through October into
Which that
November.
grass really couldn't be used for anything else.
No, cattle are the biggest upcyclers. I mean, most of the ground in the world is not farmable.
Yeah.
You know, and so what do you do with all that? Cattle upcycle that into proteins that people use every day. So it's a great thing, and it's a necessary thing, especially if we're going to feed 9 billion, 10 billion, and climbing people as we go along. We also raise all of our own feeds for the winter. The cattle eat alfalfa and bluegrass straw, which we get from our neighbor. But we spend all summer long making that so we can feed it to them in the winter to keep them healthy and not fat, but in a good measured diet.
What about like the traceability program that you guys do?
We started this a long time ago, 20 plus years ago.
Before it was cool.
Before it was cool. Before it was cool.
You guys are so trendy.
We're and I have to preface this. We are data nerds. We like numbers. So I can go down there into the valley. Each cow has an ear tag with a number on it, the number of the year she was born and her number in the cycle. I know her mom. I know her mom's mom. I know her mom's mom's mom, and so on and so forth. That going with the fact that we take our cattle all the way through to processing has allowed us the ability to keep picking the better cows that make better steaks, make better hamburger. So now we've got our rockstar cattle that we can kind of pick and choose that go into our box beef program.
Love it.
So not only are our cattle in general, they grade better than the national average, but then we're picking out of that better group of cattle, the best of the best.
Tell us, okay, so you were in college.
I was in college.
COVID happened.
They said, everyone pack your bags, head home. I'm an animal science major, so my curriculum is based around organic chemistry, biochemistry, biology, all the fun classes.
Yeah, totally.
So I was sitting at my dinner table, I was waking up in my pajamas doing organic chemistry, and I said, I'm bored. And this is something that we'd talked about for quite a while. So I think when COVID came and the meat shelves were empty, I'm like,
Opportunity.
This is our time. So coincidentally, at the same time, the USDA plant opened up. I remember Dad and I were walking through the plant one night, and it was just us. It was quiet. And I said, Dad, I think we need to do this. So the herd was born.
That's amazing,
great.
because you're fourth generation, so you grew up on this farm.
Yep.
But you guys were kind of selling your beef elsewhere. So then with the boxes, you can now ship 2-day air, send them all around the country with
Direct
this like
consumer.
special chosen beef.
Yeah.
You can't get anything better.
Yeah.
No.
I think every person has the right to know where their food product is coming from. And I mean, as ranch to table, you know where your beef product is coming from.
Yeah.
Well, and then if there was ever any issues, you guys have that traceability program that brings it back to a single cow. So like that is amazing.
Can you talk to you about the cost? Because you guys cut out the middleman, so then it's super fair prices. How does that work?
We try to model our box prices off of Costco beef. Unfortunately, online with the COVID age, the cost of dry ice, shipping, boxes, liners
There's a cost to it.
Yeah, it's extreme. So that we build that into our boxes online. So everything seems more expensive online, but really if you, not pound for pound, but our ground beef is cheaper. Steaks are right at where they are.
It's getting delivered to your door.
And it's getting delivered to your door.
There's a convenience fee for that.
You don't have to
And
beat the masses.
Better than Costco.
Well, and there is a difference there. Like Costco they only do wet aging. They don't have dry aged, and so you're getting that, that concentration of flavor that you guys are developing. That's a different product. Even if you're at the same price level, it's a way better product.
And you know where it's coming from.
Yeah,
Which is,
and you know the people.
Yeah.
People that raised
Now,
yes.
you know the people now.
Yes.
And the dogs that were supposed
And the dogs,
to
oh my
them
gosh.
somewhere.
We'll be right back with more Crave TV after this.
Today is super special. We got to head on over to Walla Walla, Washington. We're gonna go inside the Marcus Whitman Hotel and see what they have for us.
And welcome, Chandler and Adam. I'm Jonathan, the front office manager.
I'm Chef Grant, so how are you?
Good, how are you?
Let's go in, shall we? Welcome.
All right.
Let's do it.
Yes, please.
Welcome to the historic Marcus Whitman Hotel. How about a tour, huh?
I would love that.
I think I'm hungry.
You guys need to go get busy in the kitchen.
I'm gonna cook some food with Grant.
Okay,
We'll be back.
see you later.
Let's go do it.
Well, right this way. In fact, we are in the historic Georgian room. This is where all the magic starts to happen. This is all original from 1928.
Oh
Isn't
my
that something?
goodness.
And as we enter, actually here, come on this way, Chandler, as we enter the grand lobby, these floors that we're walking on are all original. Aren't they amazing?
Very impressive.
The chandeliers that you see straight ahead are all original. The owner had those refurbished. There's some European mahogany here in the pillars. Originally 1928. We've had everyone from President Eisenhower, Shirley Temple, Louis Armstrong,
Oh my goodness.
Ted Kennedy, Walter Brennan, Chuck Connors, Adam West. Now you guys are here now, so there you go.
Now we're the celebrities.
Absolutely, absolutely.
How long have you been here?
I've been here about 12 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was born and raised here in Walla Walla. I moved to Los Angeles and worked at some high-end hotels, and I wanted to come back to give my daughter the memories I had growing up. And I know the Marcus Whitman has always been a special, magical place, and I'm so honored to be a part of it again. So yeah.
Amazing. Well, I'm sure they're glad to have you. You seem like you're some great talent to have here.
Well, we're a great team, absolutely.
Yeah.
And there's about 120 employees here that make it all happen, and it's just really an amazing, special part to be a part of the Walla Walla as well.
So how many rooms are here?
So we have 133 rooms total right now. We have two different parts of the hotel. We have the West Wing Conference Center, and then we have the historic hotel. We've got the old telephones that are still working, by the way.
Oh my goodness. Would you look at that?
Right?
Confirmed they work.
And behind you, as you can see, we've got 4 wine tasting rooms. And so they're actually kind of the beginning of our downtown experience. You've got Lacati and Heritage by La Cole. You've got Lod Mill, of course, Mansion Creek in the middle. And this is real interesting. There's about 50 plus wineries downtown. So the great thing is you can exit our doors, walk right across the street, and that's the beginning of the downtown experience, which is amazing.
Oh my gosh.
So I always tease people, like, you don't go hungry or thirsty around Walla Walla when you come to visit.
No. You come here to eat and drink.
Exactly. And the great thing with the wine is we've got some really award-winning restaurants as well. So there's about 7 to 8 really highly acclaimed, incredible restaurants with award-winning chefs. And our chef is no exception. Chef Grant is amazing.
can't wait to
In
try.
fact, you know, our restaurant actually named Restaurant of the Year, I think it was about maybe 5 or 6 years ago. By the Washington State Wine Commission, so it's
That's
really
incredible.
phenomenal. Yeah, so
Quite an accomplishment.
Walla's pretty lucky to have all this stuff going on right now, because when I grew up here, there was one restaurant, and it closed about 6 o'clock at night, and that was about it. So,
Oh, no.
And there's about maybe 5 wineries, so but it's really changed.
They've
so.
expanded. Well, it's a
Definitely.
really special place. Thank you so much. It
Yeah.
was a fabulous tour.
Well, you're welcome. We're honored to have you, and please welcome all your visitors. We'd love to have you here in Walla Walla as well.
Yes.
I'm here with Chef Grant at the Mark, and we're gonna cook up a little food. What do you got for us?
Today we're gonna make a Frog Hollow caprese salad. We got a fresh basil vinaigrette
Okay.
that we just made. The basil is from the farm as well,
From Frog Hollow.
from Frog Hollow Farms, yep.
Okay.
Amy is the farmer there. She's awesome lady, all organic farm. She has a farm store out there now, and they're doing lessons on pickling and all kinds of stuff out there.
that's cool.
Yep, we're gonna slice this one up. I think we'll put that down as a base.
So how have things been here? Have you guys been busy? Has it been?
It's really picking up, so that's great. So we got lots and lots of people coming in.
And how long have you been here now?
I just hit my 10 years here, so.
10 years. Whoa, that's
Yeah.
a long time.
So I started off as a sous chef and then worked my way up
Okay.
to executive chef, so
Okay.
I wasn't the exec the whole time. So we'll just use a slice of that, I think, for the base. They're so juicy.
Yeah, those look really good.
You know, you can really use whatever greens you like if people are making this at
Yeah,
home.
arugula's delicious.
Yeah, it's got really nice peppery flavor. This is actually blood orange avocado oil, so
Oh, nice.
we got some citrus going on in here.
Oh yeah, I like the combination of citrus and tomatoes. I think that's
Yeah.
such a good combo. And
So-
basil, like all three
Yeah,
of those things.
yeah. Yep, so some baby heirlooms in there
Okay,
too,
cool.
some little cherry heirlooms.
Well, I like the way you're putting it together. You have like different textures and things like that instead of just doing, you know, the old school tomato, basil, mozzarella, tomato, basil. Yeah.
Shapes and textures and a lot of flavor going on there.
Should we go pair it up with some wine?
I think we should, yeah.
Let's see Dan? All right,
Yeah,
let's do
all
it.
right.
I got some amazing wine for you tonight. This is the Marcus Whitman Chardonnay. This is our
okay.
signature white that's made by Le Col 41, one of the first 3 wineries to open doors. It's an amazing Chardonnay.
The Walla Walla experience.
Right.
We have great food and wine. How do you guys kind of put all that together every day?
It's a great partnership, myself and Grant, that have fostered over the years. Myself and him worked together at the Broadmoor Hotel in Colorado Springs
Oh, okay.
for a bunch of years, and we've worked together for 10 years here.
That helps.
And it's a true partnership. Food and beverage can be a tough game,
Yep.
and we attack it head on, and we attack it as a family and as a partnership.
You guys are gonna come here and dine in for dinner one night. What are you gonna be eating and drinking?
I'd probably get a ribeye, medium rare, with a nice glass of Cabernet to go with it.
That sounds
Locally
pretty good.
produced. Again, my wine list is 98% Washington with a little bit of Oregon Pinot and a little special
Northwest
things
still.
on the sommelier
Yeah.
page, but
Yeah.
it's very Washington centric.
I'd probably start off with a really nice salad. You know, we get all the local beets and the caprese salads, and you know, the greens are from right here in Walla Walla, so I really like that. And then, you know, Walla Walla, French onion soup. of
Yeah,
course,
yeah,
know,
there you
so
go. Yeah.
Sweet onion season, so those are some good choices too.
Tell me about your chef's table you guys have.
Yeah, so we do 4, 5, or 6 courses, and then I come in the morning and I'll look around and I'll see what my best proteins, starches, and vegetables are, and then I'll kind of come up with a menu and send it to Dan, and then he'll pair it with what wines he thinks will go good with the courses. So
people can reserve like a private dinner back in
Yeah.
the kitchen with you guys.
yes,
2 to 10
Cool.
guests back in the kitchen. It's a very interactive experience. The chefs are there each course talking about what their passion is, what they made for the day, what great produce they got in for the day. Myself and my staff are there talking about the wines, stories about the wineries, why it pairs well, a little bit of history. There's a lot of
A
history
really
around
intimate
beverage.
experience.
It is.
really
It's very
special.
interactive, and we even do some tableside preparation of sorbet halfway through the meal.
Oh, cool.
And we do that with liquid nitrogen, so there's fog all over
Very
the
cool.
place, and
Wow, great idea for birthdays, anniversaries, for all you viewers watching.
Definitely.
absolutely.
All right, so let's give it a try.
Let's stop waiting for this. Thank you guys so much for sharing your knowledge with us and your city
Appreciate
with us. We're so excited to be here.
Join us after the commercial break for more Crave TV.
Okay, so this one's pretty simple. Really what I want to show you is a dry cure, dry brine, dry rub.
Okay.
This idea what we use we use it for barbecue, roasting meats. It's really pretty simple. So usually what we do is we add equal amount of salt and sugar, any kind of sugar. So you can use honey, maple syrup, brown sugar, anything you want that can sort of equal out. I do it visually, so by volume sort of. And then the seasoning. So I'll just add in maybe like a quarter part of seasonings.
Okay.
And this is just, one of the blends we have.
Right.
And that's it. And that is gonna be that's how easy a rub can be. I'll rub it into the meat, kind of massage it into the meat, and I'll let that sit from anywhere from 6 to 24, 48 hours, kind of depending on how long you want that meat to cure. And it makes the meat have like a more moist appearance to it. It has a lot more flavor. And then after roasting, you'll be able to really see the difference between dry cure, dry brined, dry rubbed, as opposed to not. So we're here in Walla Walla, checking out some wineries. We're here at Northstar Winery, and we're gonna go say hi to Joel.
All right, let's do it.
Hey, Joel.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How you doing? It's Chandler.
Hi.
Chandler, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What are you doing out here?
Well, I'm checking out the grapes right now. We are in the process of getting ready for harvest. We're about 3 to 4 weeks out.
Okay.
Probably start right after Labor Day on our reds.
How much wine do you harvest out of here?
It varies year to year, but roughly somewhere between 200 to 500 tons.
Okay. What kind of grapes are these?
These are merlot. We're already starting doing tasting and testing.
And how often do you do that?
We test
sample grapes?
Once we're getting close to harvest, we test about twice a week.
Okay.
And we are looking, obviously, at titratable acidity, bricks, and pH. All those sort of line up. Then we go according to grape maturity and grape ripeness.
So you kind of
which is
like
all
taste
done on
test first and then see where it's at, and then you scientifically test it?
Exactly, exactly.
Okay. How long have you been doing this?
I've been making wine for about 10 years. Started over on the west side of the state in Woodinville, and been making my way over here.
This is the dream spot to be, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
When you're Make Wine Washington, Walla Walla is
The heart of it.
it's really where you want to be.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, well, you want to take us inside and show us around?
I'd love to.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
So this is where the magic happens.
Exactly.
Tell us about the process here.
So fruit is brought in, processed outside, and
Okay.
then we will ferment in these tanks.
Okay.
These tanks specifically have punch down machines in them already. So during fermentation,
For the crush.
CO2 pushes the skins all the way up to the top.
Okay.
And these pistons, they have little paddles inside that will keep it mixing all the way through fermentation.
So you don't have to go in there and stand and step on the grapes?
Yeah, no more Lucia Ball stomping on the
Bummer.
grapes. Yeah, a little more sanitary now.
Okay, that's probably good.
And so I saw these darker tanks over here. What are those?
We also have these eggs, and these are concrete.
Okay.
So, as you notice, they're sort of a funny shape. During fermentation...
I asked Chandler if she wanted to fly to the
did.
moon in one of these.
Exactly,
I
exactly.
said no thanks, not today.
Yeah, alien spaceship.
We got other stuff to do, I guess.
During fermentation, because of its shape, as it's fermenting, it actually is self-stirring. So we don't have to get in there and stomp or
Because
anything.
the natural-
yeah, exactly. So
That's
the grapes
cool.
right up, and the CO2 runs
Very
it in
cool.
sort of a circular motion.
And what kind of wine would you ferment in here?
We do 2 different kinds of wines. For these eggs, we do a blend called the Cosmic Egg. All the wines going into that blend are from concrete and from eggs.
Okay. And where do you age the other wine?
We age in oak. So after fermentation, which is
Okay.
about 2 weeks, then we, the majority of our wines are all aged in oak barrels in our next room over here,
Okay.
our barrel room. So we have roughly just over 1,000 barrels in this room.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long do they age in here?
They will age about anywhere between 14 to 22 months.
Okay.
So this is the blending experience. We bring guests down just outside the barrel room, and we let them make their own bottle. And so
Oh,
we
that's
have
So cool.
4 different kinds of merlots from different regions in the state. So we have the Columbia Valley, the Walla Walla Valley, Horse Heaven Hills, and Red Mountain. And then we also have some minor blenders, Cabernet Sauvignon and Petit Verdot, to blend in. And they get their own chance to make a merlot.
What an interesting experience to be able to try them, like, you know, side by side, being able to try the difference, the very subtle difference in the soil. That's very interesting. Should we go upstairs and try some wine?
Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Check out the tasting room.
So I thought a fun experience would be comparing 2 merlots we do side by side. One our Columbia Valley Merlot, and the other our Premier.
See if you can tell us, Adam.
Which one's which?
No.
He just told me.
So I'd like to think of it as the Columbia Valley would be your Tuesday night wine, and the Premier would be your anniversary wine.
Yeah. You hold on to it for a while.
Exactly. The style of Premier is a little bit higher acidity, a little bit more new oak, and a little bit more tannin structure.
So you can age it a little
longer. This
longer.
wine will age really, really well. The goal is that this wine tastes better in 15 years than it does today.
And the flavor difference is extremely different. So this is much more concentrated of a flavor, in that all those things kind of stand out. It's like multiple folds there.
Yeah, the goal is really to showcase the fruit while preserving really good acidity and not being blown out.
Yeah, it's very nice. Well, thank you so much for having us. Really enjoyed our time here.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
All right, and join us next week for another episode of Crave TV Weekends on Fox 28.